So Chief Minister for Modisi has started, now we get you for 2025, right?
Really? Happy New Year.
Well, if it's still in place, same to you on behalf of management and staff. So in terms of the Chief Minister in work, apart from the issues they were on state, waiting on the happen so far at the office of the Chief Minister in line with your mandate?
Oh, well, my mandate generally now for coordinate delivery. And so cabinet last year being really productive. So a lot of waiting I don't do that for follow-up on that productivity day for move and can to fruition. And same this year. Plenty policy, plenty regulation, plenty activities across government. So we'll be busy there. They manage and they, but also on the international front, I've been taking delegation for Guna, the World Government Summit. Amongst other things, we don't travel plenty locally for engage with the activities across the country as well, like Kabbalah and other parts of Kenema.
So let's take one step at a time. You earlier stated say last year cabinet be really productive. Go in depth into that. Let me know how productive really cabinet will be.
So it's actually interesting if you measure productivity of cabinet. Cabinet meetings, cabinet ministers, and they come up with various things. Any policy where they can at this country, before, as long as they get financial and legal implication, they get for current on a cabinet. So the number of policies we can been plenty productive policies, progressive policies. If you talk about regulation there, like that GIWI regulation, so for gender inclusion, they need for go na cabinet, and then cabinet is discussed within the regulation. Think about the public sector, public reform, where you talk about the code, the civil service code being get for go. So where I say cabinet been really productive, it means say we get plenty policy, then plenty regulation, then plenty cabinet conclusion, then we need action. Plenty agreements, then if you get agreements them as well, if they go through there.
So you just talk the GIWI Act, and one recent concern we come out this being from one female member of parliament that this act not gazetted, so it means in any form of law. It still don't pass through the parliament, but things and they will not finalize it.
Like what?
It not be gazetted yet.
I doubt that's true.
Now, so the member of parliament say it was in the news and everything. We make a call on government for make sure say this act not just say as a document, but they begin speak to waiting people that don't put into that document. Say.
I think that parliament, I know you're real, but that parliamentarian will not. And not they go parliament if you not gazette first of all. Wait something come on a cabinet. It needs to be gazetted before it goes to parliament. So if in a parliamentarian and then pass them, I doubt.
Now, one female member of parliament.
I have not heard what she said, but I have a feeling she's not correct. Because first of all, this was way before. This was from 2023, and then
2022.
Yeah, so I don't know what she means by that.
Okay.
But also, we have a new regulation. The regulation will come on, then they definitely gazetted, and they go to parliament back.
All right, Chief Minister, as you mentioned, firstly that you role now for coordinate ministry department and agency them for service delivery. How you go assess some of the ministry and agency them where you supervise?
So inside the performance contract where we launched about a year ago, you get plenty of different things. You get cabinet conclusion. We also expect my ministry to raise money. They may get a minimum of $1 million. This year they is up to $5 million. We ministry then get what be expected. Plenty meet that target. They plenty will raise money through them, partner them, and through the engagements then. In terms of accountability, we also been to evaluate on audits, how much of the audit query then you don't respond to, how much of the corruption, anti-corruption as well, transparency. You get a mixed bag. Some of these are procedural and administrative. Some ministry then they would the administrator there, not really they do as well as other one them. And we get for obviously by the end soon we get the top 3 performing based on the cumulative performance, annual work plan implementation, funds raised, strategic meetings held, cabinet conclusions. Cumulatively, we rate them and they show the top 3, or they show the worst 3.
Okay. So as of now or 2024, Which ministry them not do well?
I'm not going to say that because they're not done the analysis yet.
So in terms of ministry raising funds, now all ministry follow that this because you get some ministry in a consumption ministry where me say they know they get no form of raising rather than for they receive support from government.
Yes, well, we expect say all man, no matter what they be, and you go say social welfare. But you'd be able to go meet private sector partners, and the Minister of Social Welfare actually been signed an agreement with New York, I think UN or CSW last year, to about $1 million. We expect the all man for go out and raise resources because not to the revenue no more we also go to the consolidated fund for take, but as ministries you get that expectation.
So the idea or one of the idea among the performance contract and for let ministry they own up and make sure they deliver, they ensure say waiting there within the mandates maybe we get for those service delivery, then get them to the public. Why the focus on raising funds now?
If you know your money, you're not able to work. I mean, I think the government, or the way governments they work, is all the ministry them and NRA being the primary person with the bring kind resources, would they put her inside the consolidated revenue fund. And then I do the pull her based on I think the Minister of Finance, the Ministry of Finance been there, based on the budget we go now Parliament, the appropriation bill, now aim with the use for pay the ministry then.
Alright, as you say, when I look at ministry them, where there is fund for government. But recently we may get the Minister of Finance on Friday, we are in, it is concern about NRA customs. We are in, say, they're not okay with the way how then they generate revenue. You are aware of that?
Yes, because are they on the economic management team meeting where His Excellency the chair, and I also being a chief minister, so I'm aware of what's in the happen in the revenue.
So you self concern as chief minister, will you need to supervise them?
I think we all are, and now make you see. I should say, go down mention something from a task force. At the Ministry of Finance with different people then they lead for help for improved revenue. Revenue, where I can say together we will deliver revenue, and one of the things then they work together, private sector, within the pay and taxes, within the pay other thing, we as citizens, ways will they pay, the one that we know they corrupt, the one that we know they bypass not the border then, the one that we know they underweight for pay. It requires everybody for do the right thing, the just thing, pay waiting with due waiting the day, and then they increase the revenue. And often waiting they happen is that if people then want for bypass waiting then due to government, then they pay extra money to different people then, so that they increase corruption, they increase the cost of doing business, they reduce the revenue where they can into the state. And we all need to work together for make sure say we they optimize within the car into the state, because now they use for do service delivery as opposed to individual banks and individual pockets and individual businesses.
All right. According to the Minister of Finance, now that not to bypass, but business that they come in, people they come with a container that they clear them, but you get certain set of people where they take that money, they put under their own personal pocket, because waiting there they record and waiting they reflect not to the same.
If you go call it anyhow you want, bypass, corruption, thief, oversight, it's not right and it should not happen.
So a bit back to the issue of performance contract on ministry, department and agency them. In as much as they don't sign this performance contract, if most of the head of the institution or they have sworn or they work together, you think say performance contract will be achieved?
No, but actually two metrics, two indices will they measure. One are the strategic leadership meeting.
Okay.
So we expect say they get leadership meeting weekly, I think, and then we also they expect say they get team management meeting regularly. So absolutely important. And one good example or two good example, the Ministry of Transport. So then take the performance contract we then do, then develop performance contract for the agency then we the under them and do evaluation. Another example now higher education. Then take that performance contracts there, we will get with there, then cascade that to the tertiary and higher institutions. Local government, then take that there, then cascade that to the councils. And at that end we expect actually for all ministries for cascade performance contract to the agency, then now they go improve on their working relationship because they all get a shared responsibility.
But in as much as this is a document or waiting they don't agree to, how much under the agency, most of the minister and the deputy, all that set of people at the institution really they as one, you know, they see OSI, then they go say this do program, you know, invite me, this call meeting, and not even aware. How much you don't try for say, not to follow them, just go make a commitment verbally, but they really get the interest of the salon people them.
You know, two different continents. Recently, people then they talk about that Grenada Prime Minister, where that Grenada Prime Minister they do cause for we do sharing entire cabinet on performance contract, and which we don't do, and how they do delivery with the delivery team then we'll get. And then Liberia, the Director General of Cabinet has been there last week for can land from we on how we do performance contract. And they say this for say we not say we perfect, but what do they do? Other countries in the land from we. Yet still, Motaman and Motaman. We say two people then sit down, then go Moss, jam, teeth and tongue. And we then they happen. We roll, then we they do this plenty time. Now for calling people then we they work together for say we get for as President Bill can always say, you don't need for like una self before me when I work. Me self they get problem with minister then, other minister then they get problem with themselves, me go get problem, all man they get problem.
But that in some way go into the progress or the service delivery aspect of that particular ministry there. You know think?
But grievance redress,
okay.
Engagement, it's part of justice. A more just society in a one way, if people then vex by you, if people then get grievance, when I will go discuss them and then they happen.
Well, I don't think in any case where you know I don't settle minister and deputy.
Yeah, all the time. Okay. I mean, I think actually one of the things we need for do now that we create what they call mandates, where the minister and the deputy, the mandates then be spelled and then sign out with me. And with before we and plenty time, and it's just for clarity. It's just for make sure say all man focus on what they need for focus on, and need for make sure say we all use we energy them for work towards delivery for the government.
Right, still get for do with ministry them where they generate revenue for government. One of them get for do with the immigrations. How you would describe their performance?
So they're not internal affairs, immigration, the under internal affairs. I don't know the specific amounts. I'll mention them.
What do they do well?
Then they raise revenue. Then they put money inside the consolidated fund.
What about EDSA?
EDSA would they subsidize EDSA. EDSA now they raise. So then they raise. EDSA they collect, obviously, because parts of the payments then what they do not from EDSA collection. But then just not they collect enough compared to waiting then they sell.
Alright, continue for the week inside the program. In name now Dr. David Senge, in the Chief Minister there for talk about performance contract of Ministry Department and Agency them, and same also get for give updates about the unity agreements. The program na Good Morning Salon, and we will bring the program to you this morning. My name is Usman Kamara.
And Sapti Kaloni, over to you, Chief Minister. One situation there now they resonate with everybody than at the electricity situation in the country. As a Chief Minister, waiting will be your sincere objection or concern in line with that?
I think we're all affected by it. At the office, private sector, citizens, and nobody will deny that.
You as well? You need get light?
No, I not get. I know you're on a special line. But look, here's what happens, and this is the part where we step back and understand what's in the happening, who's side with it. We all affected, like I say, and we know we all get light. Every rainy season, we they get more light because we rely on hydro. Every dry season, and when I say every, I mean every, we they get less light because we not get the hydro and we only rely on hydrocarbons. So if something happen, we require mechanical fixing. It means redundancy. You go say, well, not the ones that the lights we want. Yes, we want the light. Ultimately, the lights go come. But if there other things they're not being fixed, You know they will get light tomorrow self. So we they fix the fundamentals now. And you say, well, now this is not the pan whole day. It takes time for connect pull them, for puts for string them, for get transmission. That generator we then get for puts na kissing. It take 24 months, 18 months from where you order. Even if you get money today, say I want that generator there, you'd still get for wait for make me Samsung then produce and for 18 months. So money, self not go just go can with her and can put her for you today. So things take time, things are happening, and the final thing I want to mention about this, because I can say, oh well, more look at the number of people then we get lights and we say, oh, no, understand what they eat. I understand. That free time we day, I had the business then day, I had all in there. But if you go now, nearly every major chiefdom headquarter town, then get lights, and then one day get light. And productivity, I go na Kenema recently, I go na Capital Foods. Then they make cocoa, then they bring plenty money, employ about 12,000 extension workers. Then they on the CLSG line. Most of the cost trade not being on generator. Now because government puts that line there, it means say then costs go down and then they able to invest more. Same with Octiana, Kono. And so it's a, if we sit down and understand and accept, which we accept, that we should not be here, that's one. Two, it takes time for actually do these reforms and these processes. And three, we are delivering.
So from all which you don't say, we did far for get a better solution for sustainable light, right?
We did on the path for get sustainable light in this country. Yeah.
All right. People may expect, say, as of now, you boss in the Minister of Energy. With plenty people they allege the president. People may hope say with intervention things could change, but again, it seems as if we go back to worse.
No, it's not true. Again, if we just say waiting, I just explain, we know they go back to worse on any indicator. It is true that blackouts there. It is true that the fluctuation then they happen. All of that is true. But if you take the number of motorman then at this country will get light, we get 2 times more, double percentage. We'll be near 18%, now we get 36%. We get access. Kono, then they get 24-hour light.
At this moment?
Yes, CLSG. Yes. Moyamba, then they get 24-hour light. They don't even get lights from, I don't know when, 70s, 80s. Kailang, they don't even get light. Pujon, they don't even get light. But now they get breakdown lights. Kenema, Bo, Makeni, CLSG. And I think Koina Kabbalah, they're almost done ready for get light. So we cannot say we are going from bad to worse when those people did not have lights and now they have. All then chiefdom then, Sama, Bendugu, many more, like all side, we not been get. Yes, they need more. And actually this is interesting. Where they originally planned that project day, the number of energy where they planned for them chiefdom then they can say, oh, now lights no more than people they need it in small. But of course, productive use. When you bring can lights, all man they get fridge, all man go get TV, right. And so now the demand go higher, and then we want more obviously. But then investments take time. So I wouldn't agree that things have gone from bad to worse. Things are bad, but they are not getting worse. We expect more, and this is a fundamental right. Okay. That we forget access to productive energy, and we know they forget Andy.
All right. Some time back, I stand to be corrected. You been visit EDSA facility them. What do you find out?
It's been a year ago. I'm sure it's changed. I see the chairman and the minister, then they engage, and then they visit. I think it's that we need collective responsibility, and these are the message where they normally preach, collective accountability. But from the policy point of view, I go as shown, I say we get more generation sources, more renewable generation, more reliable networks within the expand, and the ministry don't they do plenty work for make sure say the solar then we available day and more investments in kind to the sector.
So now we'll look at another issue where the chief minister don't dey work on. You all get to do with AI and technology. How that really go resonate to Sierra Leone for improve so many things, economic growth, employment, and other one them.
You know, I mentioned say I go to the World Government Summit recently.
Okay.
The topic that have been shaping future governments. No country in this world, we serious, we sober. We know they talk about AI and how it impacts governance. So, my message as Chief Innovation Officer, 6 years ago, we launched the National Innovation and Digital Strategy, and we can't talk about Anaya. And we talk about AI for governance, for service delivery. And we don't implement that. We implement and during COVID for HR, Ministry of Health, we don't do one for teacher them. And schools for learning. But the primary message now that we for use AI not for use we. As government policy makers, if you look at all them misinformation and disinformation them, yeah, AI and I only recommend. Like something I don't leave me in a Facebook party, but because me and you sit down near we phone them, then they talk, where I come where they go tell me say recommended friends up to you. If I just go a click, accept all my way, then they recommend to me because of their services, then what they use, where they show say we likely sabi each other. That AI and they use me. I need for use AI for say I'm glad that AI recommend you as a friend. But I wonder if me and you serve na party, and if me and you na party, me and you party enough of more be Facebook party. So same with news. When misinformation, then can take that video, then people then can generate AI video of say, then say, oh look, school they born here. And then you just forward that. Quick, it don't be forwarded many times. But then when you ask question, not to either another community or on a fake video or on a Nigeria on side, but it will be done too late. So with AI, we as policymakers will make sure say one, we pick in and then they write the code. Now they generate the data. Now we for program the AI. Because if we know the one, people know the program how they make money now in the day. And two, we as users for able for ask critical questions. We for use AI for make my help we do we work. And when people then say AI they can't pull work now people then hand. True, but not only them people then we not sabi use AI now they pull work now they hand.
So it's not the benefit we salon in general go get in terms of technology as you mentioned.
More go per sector. I don't know how many radiologists they will get in this country, but maybe 5, I don't know, 10. More say 50. They're not rich. They're not go able to see all them radiology image them who they get in this country. It's not possible for the next 100 years. They're not able to train as many. What in AI they do at the same rate where that expert radiologist go able to tell you what thing for do with that image there, AI they able to do one for you. So the Ministry of Health and Responsibility now for make sure say it gets AI solution them where they able for read radiograph there and make recommendation with a multi-man doctor who able to say na so and so for do so decision making. Same for ETU, excellent institution, Eastern Technical University. They already done they use AI for mark students in the exam. When students then take exam, AI the marker immediately and give feedback. That active real-time feedback, 9 learning education, they show say it help you for learn more. Because if they mark you, that you take exam, they don't mark you paper for 2 months. You know you learn, you don't know what's for improve. But now some of the departments then they do immediate marking, and some other institutions and they use that and they help improve learning. One pan the fourth solution they will deploy in a salon, then say we have Minister of Education. Now teacher AI. First at the world where they go say how to teach sexual and reproductive health for class 5. If they read all the policies in a salon, all the law in a salon, all the documents, then they tell you say na so if me na been teacher, na so I for teach class 5 picking in a salon on sexual and reproductive health. And then you the teacher will able to apply. So it really get for transform how service delivery they happen. All side. Now not about will I get money no more. Now if you didn't have falaba, then go take photo of your cervix, cervical cancer, na major thing. So any midwife will able to take photo of your cervix with using mobile phone. That AI they we able to say, no, this likely for be cervical cancer or this not likely for be cervical cancer.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue. Still inside the studios, we get the Chief Minister, Dr. David Senge, as he don't give you updates about a lot of things the way they happen in the government. But one of the things again we want to look at, CM get for do it, the national unity agreement with the opposition. How far with that?
We're progressing really well. So the agreement for national unity being get 8 parts them. And the one with people that can talk about most now, Resolution 4. Because Resolution 3, the tripartite in will be known, all man know, waiting the tripartite report say, and will be known form up a secretariat, and the post will not hire people them, and the implementation is ongoing. On the Resolution 4, I meet with the committee last week or 2 weeks ago. They make recommendation. And governments they review that recommendation there. The numbers because you remember at Resolution 4 now being the party then the APC number being submit, SLPP not submit, list of cases, list of people in detention with them field say being related to election. That was the from 300 the number being on canon to about 13 and I mean the committee break it down into 3 groups. There's some people with them in charge for murder, and all the people then the states mean they provide representation for them, and then they may not serve time, and they make recommendation. You get other one then they may not already go through the court process. They may just await sentencing. And the recommendation are that will not even interfere upon justice at that level. So no, will not do anything. One of the people in that lieutenant we been the pan the coup, sue, court martial, then find and guilty. I mean, if somebody go court martial upon coup and we anyway how the human self in the talk, it been surprising that a name they not the list, but a name been did it. And we not able to do anything with that there. Okay. But by next week. We go done, hopefully done with Resolution 4. The third part around people that we being migrate. Again, I think there were 3 names or so. If anybody did from 2023 election, we come on and OCC for election, and no one go again. May the party then settle them. If we live in this country of rule of law, we'll provide the security necessary. But may the party they handle land for themselves. The states not get money for support SLPP or APC or anybody. Right. See then they go relocate then people then.
All right. So as government now we are say the opposition still get concerned about Resolution 4. We are in get for do with political prisoner. We don't talk about and same way so we are in I agree say we for pay backlog of member of parliament and cancel them.
I think if we've been read, and I always don't say this, if we read what we say according to the law. Not to me as Chief Minister or head of the Secretariat, the pay backlog for MP then Parliament. We say may they address.
And I don't instruct them.
Me, I don't instruct.
No meaning for coordinate.
Yeah, they've been working on it the entire time. I don't know where they are. They have to go by the rule of law. But opposition woke now for complain. I mean, that's what they do.
So they complain there. Is it not genuine or it just like we say opposition? Is it that then just one complaint for complaint's sake?
It keeps them excited sometimes for complaint. Other times the things they raise are important, but. I get plenty APC party there. If we talk about APC versus SLPP, waiting now modus operandi, they go vex just now. So some of them they complain for complaint's sake because I need to keep them relevant. If you know they talk about waiting need for happen, then you not get thing for say. But you really can't speak about the progress. If me now a progressive person, I go speak about the progress where they happen. I go speak about how to improve. Even if they complain, come up with new ideas. But that in a separate point of discussion.
So in line with the different issue that we talk about, one way we don't engage you people now they all get for the monetization of certain online platform. We will believe say with that it will create more job, I mean make people and become more useful and they get small thing in terms of revenue. We're not the latest on that.
You know, on social media monetization, there are two views. President Bill single-handedly asked me for deal with this, President Bill, because he cares about it, because it's young people, it's technology. And then me, I the lead inclusion, me and Mr. Radical Inclusion Movement. Inclusion means more justice to people. That I think so it's a matter of justice. For me, say then company then know they give monetization to we in Africa. That we they make the music, that we the consumer, that we they share, we they pay for boost, and then we know they make the money. But then give three reasons, and so parts of it now that we engage with them.
Okay.
One that on banking, so now government's on a switch. The other one that on addressing, because the need for plenty might not get addressed. Now then we system then yeah. And then the third one now on just prioritization. Just this Friday, me and the CEO of TikTok, me and go have it together, and somebody introduced we, and me and don't exchange some emails. They don't connect in policy director to don't connect out the minister of communication and the team. So different layers we engage. Me and the CEO of TikTok they talk, and director of policy, and they talk with the minister, and will they proceed and one for start with TikTok. And why TikTok? 30% of all traffic na salon at TikTok. When I get TikTok account,
Usman?
I try for do so.
when I for the one because TikTok na the 30% of all online activity na salon at TikTok.
So we think if then get for the look at exactly we go make online platform them na TikTok or na they start with real benefit from this monetization.
Well, one, now outside most of the people in there, outside them give benefit, and two, you know, people then can feel say TikTok not just for back to AI. TikTok now one band the company there we actually master AI for recommendation. Now I can call her you go down the deep end. If TikTok lands say you like video of horse then it will give you horse video then say against then go come on all side any kind because they learn. AI, they learn, you pattern, they make recommendation for you. So it really is a case of people that feel say, if you want for learn but science and technology, or if you want for learn math video there, or if you want for you get teacher AI them, teacher TikTok people them. So TikTok not so just for go watch comedy.
Okay.
You can able use TikTok for education as well. You can able use TikTok for productivity as well.
Inside the program, we still get the Chief Minister, Dr. David Senge. Follow, we get things clear before we look at another issue we get for with the radical inclusion. Let we look at the unity agreement. But again, allegation or allege, you know, things we don't there around social media and that former President Koroma for return back. Government and APC, they on the talk. Is it true?
Not true. Then people know the rights and headline, and if you look there, the newspaper, you go know why make them in the right time. It's misinformation and disinformation.
No talk between government and on the return.
Absolutely not.
Also, no talk on for drop charges against.
Absolutely not. Okay. This is we. It's a rule of law. We live in a democratic state, actually, and these. And when I make what people then they say, oh, free speech. Now free speech now they make them the rights, then headline, then this. So then we get plenty free speech now alone, and then get right for right within the right, even though not misinformation and disinformation. It's unfortunate, but this is why we need more citizens where get critical thinking, where they ask questions, and where they follow the news and find out for themselves.
So now another important issue we'll see the Chief Minister the lead now the one about the movement of the radical inclusion.
Well, Chief Minister in the sense that David Moynihan Asenge, the author of the best-selling book Radical Inclusion, the lead the radical inclusion movement. It just happened to say me and Chief Minister as well.
So tell me how much radical inclusion movement really resonates, especially to the least Sierra Leonean.
Look, I think people for understand say radical inclusion now about service we say a more just society. What does more justice mean? More justice means say people that no matter whether you get money or you don't get money, you forget access to justice in a court through the formal system. Radical inclusion means say more justice. If you get complaint, the ombudsman, the person in your community, the chief, grievance redress them for you. Radical inclusion means say more justice. That means say you, even if they find you guilty, you get right for appeal. Even if they do you bad, the person who then do bad and you self able for forgive on yourself. Those are all outcomes of justice. So grievance redress, access to mediation or facilitation of justice, trial, forgiveness, prevention. These are all products of justice. And more justice means say, it no matter whether you be boy picking, girl picking, Muslim, Christian, Timini, Mendes, local, we not forget access to all then opportunity, then they will go make me wanna be wanna true and full selves.
So how much radical inclusion of what it stands for in terms of the definition of it will speak to reality where you already with the lead get a strong political belonging, because it's radical inclusion, I mean, for include everybody, no matter your region, tribe,
Absolutely.
or your political belonging.
Absolutely, and we dey see that day. I get people then we in a Falaba, we that then the champion radical inclusion. Cambia, people in a Cambia, then youth man, then we they do farm, then they do radical inclusion. We did in a Pujan, na Kenema, Eastern Technical University, na Swazi. You get people them everywhere. We truly believe in a more just society. And the point about radical inclusion that you for understand how you self as your own individual, you and your community, what we are able to do for change and improve the outcomes. Practically, look, if you take government, the government just passed the basic education policy last week na cabinet. One of the chapters then on radical inclusion, one of the things then within inside that government strategic document that government, civil society, citizens for help for promote radical inclusion in society. That government's not say that day. So me as an individual, me as the people then we connected, anybody will say not believe in radical inclusion, if we ask and say why, that means they satisfy with the status quo. Now people them we get benefits, we they enjoy some privilege them, we they no one for let's go. And some of them they institutional, some of them they historic, some of them they structural, and waiting we they say legal. The book where I write, they say all them things them where they break the barrier. We for break where they keep people there out of the room, where they keep people there for not for talk. Woman them or for pull them, and we they work towards more justice. We not say perfect justice day today. We not get justice. Justice is some form of justice day, but one for maybe better tomorrow than how we did so today. And then they keep we together.
All right. Again, allegation that you want for transform the radical movement to political movement. Is it true?
So political movement means it's about the people. Political movement means it's social. It's collective. Not to I know go from party wouldn't be called radical inclusion movement party. If not, then 9 people that can mean by political movement. Mina SLPP, Sierra Leone People's Party.
But the way we see you around social media, even yesterday I see a video of you around Tong, the Waka, you won. Is it that we foresee, say, you want for succeed President Bill?
No, sometimes they will see video, but they do that every day, every other day. It's normal for me, for my come on, Awakana, Wilkinson Road, I go about. It's normal. It's normal for even time I go play ball na Moriton or some side. We nobody know they see. The number of times with camera they per me so limited that we then see I don't go na crown plenty time. I like crown. Where I reach this you might know what I want for it. Is it in a prawn wrap you want for it? I don't even need for place order they know. I don't go the plenty time, I don't order, but camera no dey pay me all the time. I can drive myself plenty time, but camera no dey pay me plenty time. With camera they pay me in those instances, not to for sure say I better pass all man. As an example, I mentioned this guy from Barbados. All that salon people there, na so prime minister for day, na so, but they do this every day. Me and that man, me and that
You
paddy.
can afraid with the waka. You want?
No, because me paddy, actually two mentors, Sama Banya and Dr. Boy Main don't die. Then two be town minister. Then tell me, say the day we afraid for waka, we in a government minister, if for quit. Because the point about service, the point we make we dey serve. Now that we dey near with people there. If I dey near that young man Sunday, me and Sama Banya will be there Rodin Street to go church, they'll come we go na King Memorial. Where they come on, all them bobo then streets bobo then. Like then they didn't near me, like we all the waka then. If afraid then, that would I be. So if me not to minister tomorrow, I not go waka near then.
So
the point about leadership, sorry,
okay, go ahead.
is that we don't see plenty people there. Where they in lost work, not to minister, elect you a director, elect you na because we feel say that director work in your power. Now then you need security for opening the mouth for you. You need driver before you come out. You not go near people there. Where that work they left you, now you also the day you depress one. Because then people then they don't do it again. Whether I mean a chief minister, whether I mean a team with big past chief minister, whether I mean a lecturer, we mean a lecturer, whether I mean a just ordinary entrepreneur. As I dey drive myself, I dey go play ball na that dirty field wood in here. I dey go na studio, I dey go hang out with people there, I dey go na market because na na motorman business. For dey na this country, yeah, we dey say you na leader, you na chief minister, you na cabinet minister. No difference not there between you and the other people. Na radical inclusion.
Aside you being a chief minister, what you really want portray doing all of this, because we not see this common from previous minister in connecting with the ordinary people.
That we na ordinary normal motorman there. We nothing no dey between me and you. Me na minister today, you na a presenter. You can be minister tomorrow. So that means say me and you the way we for relate for be different. No. Me, the kind home where I come out, the kind person where I be, na that. It don't matter. Like you na pikin or grandpa, na the same. Na can make. Me wife can say me paddy there. Me na old paddy there again or small bikini paddy there. The range between that 5-year-old. Yesterday I go friend one me paddy na was get this young pikin. She might be 6 or 7. As you see me wrong kind to me like we begin play. I left all the big people then we did it. Me and this pikin yeah, they talk like normal. Or Dr. Samabanya 94 years old or you know all the people then they will they talk to. For me. Difference not for the between motorman there. A like you na 6-year-old, and they talk to you the same way where they talk to that 94-year-old person, and they think always for say how that 6-year-old could be more comfortable versus how that 84-year-old woman could be more comfortable. As an example, now we SLPP party office. They don't did it since however many years. At the C. Old Mami there and old Pan, and then they will go now the Unity Hall and they call it Unity Hall. Plenty man they will get boku money in this country and then for them put lift there. But waiting make I decide say I want to put lift there. Now because I want make me them Mami there and then people then we get disability, make themselves go to that 4th floor there, that Unity Hall there. Now I make my own contribution to the party office that for put lift there. Again, part of inclusion. Any minister can do it. Anybody will get money can do it. But for me, now for bring more people together, for experience, waiting what they call collective humanity.
You talk about even if you be waiting big past the chief minister, you will still do the same. Waiting that exactly where they refer to.
Anything will be past the chief minister if I able. If look. Within in the place right now, we waiting with the focus on me as chief minister and for support President Bill. I they work for I they jackass for President Bill. I they jackass for VP Julia Jallo because na me own work down there as chief minister. And that jackass where they jackass for them and for make sure say all the people in this country are we able get a more just society. So in the future, whatever position we are getting at this country, I will continue for jackass for the people in this country. On the ambassador who waits and Yeri from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, yes, we don't call him. On the different development team, like the stadium, yes, we are aware and we they follow through for make sure say we deliver. CSO on performance. One of the biggest innovation they will do now that will be make the performance contract public, so all man get and I look forward for read waiting then they come up with. anybody we say they're radically excluded, now then now then really now they need radical inclusion more. Because the point about radical inclusion is that you get systematic exclusion, systemic exclusion, infrastructure, legal, self. Anyhow, if you feel say you excluded, can't we will include you. We not believe in radical exclusion. So come, we not radical inclusion no more. This is me. I know the change for anybody. I know the change for nobody. The with me, mama and papa teach me, granny and grandpa then for be of service to the people. So my intention, no one day hide. My intention has always been clear. My intention is to serve the people of this country, and I have been doing it since I was a kid. I don't do one since I was a teenager. I do one even more where I've been in this country, and from where I don't can, me work every day that for serve the people of this country. And in the format where they right now, as Chief Innovation Officer, then as Minister of Basic Education, now as Chief Minister, they serve the people of this country under the direction and vision of His Excellency the President. And my intention is clear: always be of service to the people of this country in any shape and form. Thank you.
Plenty thank you for joining inside the program this morning. In name now Dr. David Senge, the Chief Minister Simindia, for talk about a lot of issues we get for do with government and other thing them. Well, now good what the cutting of the program. Good morning, Salon. We come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Plenty thank you to producer Michael Sambola with support from Mange Mansari and Kabia. Plenty thank you to John Kamara, DJ Sugarcane, Jaffa Davis, Mary Kamara Bangura make on a civil live on Facebook. So to move another 10 minutes, Musman Kamara. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
And Sapti Kalonde says, stay tuned to this frequency and goodbye.